Okay. Yes, you can get a general. First card is the Ace of Wands. We have the Four of Pentacles. And the Six of Cups. I'll tell you what, we'll just throw bigger spreads since we're just kind of doing the thing here. How about that? So let's do like a 6-card spread. Just for grins, since you guys are helping out, we'll do some extra cards. Tell you what, let's do 3 across here. I'm just trying to get used to this whole new setup. I've got a camera in my face, and I've got like a mic in my face, so a lot going on here. All right, got the Hangman. And I can't guarantee that this thing's going to keep going, but hopefully it does. Hopefully it just doesn't shut down for no reason. Yeah. All right. Your general looks like something to do with starting something new. So this is like new steps, initiatory processes. Could be career, could be love life, could be friendships, but it looks to be something centered around a spiritual type of endeavor. And I think that some of the feelings around this, you do see the Lover's card, some of the feelings around this seem to be a little bit we'll call it conservative, right? So maybe we're just a little we're just sitting on it for a minute, rather than like full steam ahead. So you maybe have some reservations about something here. I think that that's important to note, you know, that your feelings are telling you, hey, whoa, you know, maybe not so much right at the moment. You know what I mean? But, you know, this could be something that's like a very purposeful, rewarding type of thing, especially when it comes to your heart space. So, you know, if it was a friendship, this would be the type of friendship where you're not so sure about it. Maybe not, but then you get into this friendship and you realize that this person meets you halfway, and that their, you know, their intentions are good and things like that. You're scared, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Now, maybe that's the thing that we could work on here, though, like, is the being scared part. And with the Hangman here, it's like, okay, I'm scared, but I also see that this could be beneficial too, right? So the Hangman, like, they've got the idea here, they're ready to kind of do the thing, but they are, you know, reserved about it. They're not just doing it. But, you know, here we see with the Knight of Wands, just kind of unleashing it, like letting it fly kind of thing. So it would be a different story, you know, as you have an opportunity to move forward with this. You know it's coming. And, you know, I think that the Knight of Wands would say, okay, we've thought about this long enough. We've looked at it at all angles. Let's just do the thing. right? So we were kind of doing this with this, you know, trying to see if the computer was set up right, if it was going to hold up, if it was going to, you know, if the PSU was going to crap out. Still not convinced that the graphics card isn't having an issue and overheating, and so it's just shutting down. But so far, so good. So then you just got to go out there and do the thing, right? So rather than looking at it over and over and over again with the Hangman, sitting on it with the Four of Pentacles, you kind of hit the gas with that Knight of Wands. And, you know, that's a really good approach to this. So maybe, let's say it's streaming, right? Let's say we're talking about Solaria streaming tarot readings. The best way to do it is just to do it. You can't have the reservation of, well, I've got to have this right and I've got to have that right. Get on screen and start throwing cards, and I think that's the most important thing. And when you do that, you're going to kind of change things and you know, adjust things as necessary. But you also find your niche, you know, like the way you like to do it. You know, this is just what I came up with on the fly, is like just pointing the camera down, seeing if I could connect the streaming software, finding all the streaming keys and putting all the gizmos in OBS just to see if I could get a picture to go out on YouTube. And hey, look, we're doing tarot readings. Is it the prettiest thing? Not really, but you know, it's doing the thing. And so as we kind of figure out, okay, well, we've got this set up, now we can kind of adjust things, and then you'll do this process too. We'll adjust things and find out what works best for us. So with the Lover's card, maybe this is just like not being worried about the details, but like focusing on the most important point of this. Like, you know, you got the Lovers here. Let's say it's Adam and Eve, and they've got this angelic figure up here kind of orchestrating this thing. Hey, pay attention to this thing. They're not paying attention that they're in like really low quality swimsuits from Walmart. They're actually focused on the angel. Whereas they'd be like, oh, I'm so naked here with my terrible budget swimsuit. You know what I mean? So, like, just do the thing and start it and work out the details as you go on. I was just looking at, like, I did, the first rose I ever did was significantly lower quality than this rose, right? By the way, I'm working on your board today, which should be interesting. But, you know, like, with practice and adjustment comes greater satisfaction here. So that's what I would say. So just do the thing. I know it's the low quality bathing suit. Like these things, like if you bend over in them, like they're thin, so you like it just shows the whole butt crack, and it's just very unsavory, and it's very embarrassing. So don't get caught in that situation. Just do the thing. All right. I hope that was helpful to you. Are you streaming right now? Like, are you doing streams, or have you thrown cards on camera? How's that going? Like, are you posting videos? Like, I'm creating a lot of things, so I'm not doing much in the way of watching. Yep, true. Yeah. You're very welcome, Solaria. And thank you for showing up here and hanging out and getting some readings with us. How's the picture quality? How's that look? I adjusted the bit rate to 6800, which is what they're recommending. I took the autofocus off because that's problematic sometimes on tarot streams. I just have a lot of stuff going on at the moment. You know, even if it's like half an hour, just throwing cards for half an hour, I mean, what a great way to do things, you know? Especially since my aunt's in the... Oh, sorry to hear that, Solaria. I hope things are, like, looking up there. And, her condition's improving. Sorry to hear that. Plus, Solaria was the one that posted about the stream on Discord. Thank you very much, Solaria, for doing that. Really appreciate that. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already, folks. And, thank you so much for all the lovely hearts in the stream. Got Taco up next. We'll do your reading. I'm going to grab a sip of something to drink here. Seems to be working pretty well. No echoey, it sounds good. Well, Solaria, best wishes to you and your family. Sorry to hear that you're in some hospital. Putting out the good vibes for you, friend. You would love a love reading. So, I love reading. We can do that. We can do that. Okay. Specifics. Do you have specifics? Or just a general love reading? General love reading for a single person? Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Like that Magician card. When you're talking about a love reading and the Magician pops up, there's a couple things that could mean, right? All right, well, let's get this up here and turn it just a little bit. I think you're ready for something new, some sort of advancement, initiation. Seems like you're waiting for somebody to make a first move, and I would say that that has been problematic for you in the past. Like we wait, and we kind of grow old with waiting, is the general feeling there. And, I think that ideally, in ideal conditions here, we'd want to wait on a person, right? But it seems like in this case, this person is kind of waiting for the same thing. Like both y'all waiting for the same thing. And I think it's pretty self-evident here that somebody needs to make the first move. And you see that with the Judgment card here. It's kind of like, let's get on with it. Let's move forward. Let's do the thing. Seems like a good connection, though, when that happens. But is this person shy? Is that the issue here? It seems like they might be a little on the shy side. Or, completely traumatized from the past, which is also a very real possibility. Yeah. So, some things you could think about is what do you have to lose by making the first move? Really everything by not making the first move. So if that means like saying to this person, hey, you know what, gonna do this thing, you want to do the thing with me? And you just make it real chill. it seems like it would be something that they would be up for. Yeah, you can okay, so you can sense that they'd be open for it. So what's stopping you? I mean, could it be that you've had some like concerns about rejection or something like that, or was there rejection in your past? Like, have you been rejected in your past? Like, you made the first move, and they're like, "No, why would I want to go out with a taco with all that meat and cheese and goodness and crunchy shell?" But I think that this will be a very good connection here if you guys are, if you guys go do the thing and have a good time. What would you do? Like, where would you go? What would you do? Would you just like chill and watch some shows, have a bevy, and just chill? It's been a lot of rejections in the past. Okay, so that's where that Nine of Wands is coming up. I would just say, like, this person isn't those people, right? Like, this person's an entirely different person than the other people. So, like, if you were to lump the two together, like, all those people, all the shitty ones that didn't know what they're missing out on, if you were to lump this new person in, then you would be basically projecting on that person. You'd be like shitting on them. I feel like I need to do improvement in my life. It's been hard. I've been hard on myself. Ooh, yeah. So, let me grab something here for you. I think you'll really enjoy this. So this book is called Witchcraft Therapy. It's by a lady who goes by Mandy M. And Mandy M, she writes a really cool book. And I got this off of Amazon. Really easy. Talks about shit-talking yourself. Like, shit-talking oneself is a real problem. Especially with people who, you know, really try hard. My ideal hangout is going to a bookstore, good restaurant, along with going to arcade. Ooh, those all sound fun. Would this person be up for that? Like, do they like that kind of stuff? I've seen that post on the Discord. Yes, you do need to order it before it gets more expensive. Because right now you can get it for $10. That's a hardbound book. It's a great book. Gratitude. Gratitude is one of those that kind of rewires your brain. It rewires your brain to not see the negative. Because, I mean, the thing about it is, right, is we are negative because, like, crazy shit happens in our lives and we have to respond to all that stimulus and trauma and stuff, right? And so we, as like a protective mechanism, right, we start thinking about, like, worst case scenarios so we can survive. But, you know, like, when we're not in that fight or flight state, like, we have to kind of break out of that. And so gratitude's a really good way of doing that. It gets you kind of out of the fight or flight mode. It gets you rethinking things in a positive way. And, you know, one of the ways you can do that is towards yourself, you know, and look at yourself as maybe a small version of, like, a young taco, like little taco. We'll call them mini tacos. And the mini tacos are like 5 years old. And what would you say to the 5-year-old taco? How would you treat the 5-year-old taco, right? I need to work on grounding, energy work, like what Bro's meant. Yes, one of the ways I like to do that is by, let me grab something here. Shut it gun. we also have like a big chunk of smoky quartz that I like to grab too. But so here's a little chunk of onyx. I think this is malachite. And then this one is a good one for clearing stuff. This is a honker. It's a big one. I'm not sure if it's just regular old quartz or smoky quartz, but it's a good one to hang on to and just kind of envision the negativity, the stress, the anxiety, like in a loop between you and the crystal. And you can do that outside on the ground. You can do that with like bare feet, bare palms on the ground. Put your battissimo on the ground and ground that way. You need smoky quartz. I think quartz in general, smoky quartz, amethyst is another one. I like amethyst, or just a plain old rock that you find really cool. They all work. The point is that we're connecting to something that is outside of us, and it puts us into the present moment. A thoughtful or reflective shower is another way of doing it. So get in the shower and just think about shit. And you can think about positive things, things that put you in the here and now. But that's the whole point, right? Is to get in the present. We're getting out of that like in the past or in the future worry kind of crap, and we're getting into the moment, and that's super important. It's important for pre-spell ritual, post-spell ritual. It's just good all the way around. So consider doing that. Just something simple. They all work. Yeah. How many viewers do we have in the... We got 1 viewer, 2 views. Chat rate is 3, it says. Did we lose Solaria? Are you the only one? What do you think about that, Taka? You think it'll work? Like I said, onyx is a good one. Worry stone. Just something to kind of connect in the present moment. Yeah, you're welcome, Taco. And fortunately, the stream is still running and the computer hasn't shut down yet, so that's a plus. There is a lag, so like what I'm seeing in OBS versus what I'm seeing pop up on the YouTube live feed is like, I don't know, maybe 7 seconds later. I think it will. I'm going to take your advice on the energy work. Yeah, I'm telling you, that book is worth its weight in gold, so like grab that book. It's called Witchcraft Therapy. It's by Mandy M. It's just E.M. is her last name that she goes by. I guess it's probably like an alias, or what do they call that, where you have a pen name or whatever. Yeah. Well, I'm glad this is working. I was not convinced I did all the right things here. And I know that Brooms is going to make this super beautiful. I think she's going to put like, overlays and stuff like that in it. So it's super awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. But the other thing too that we looked at was TikTok Studio does not like they don't do well with good equipment. So we've got like our sound and video camera is good, right? Computer, but the other stuff really working very well, and TikTok Studio can't handle it. it's like too good or too high quality for it. It needs like shittier quality for it to run smooth. So we noticed in TikTok Studio when we were running our camera, it was freezing. So not sure what to do about that, or if we're gonna stream from our phone on TikTok and then we'll stream from our other equipment on YouTube, which actually might be a good idea, especially if like our CPU shuts down again. At least we've got a stream running and we don't lose everybody on TikTok. Mod2 if you ever need more for YouTube and TikTok. Appreciate that, Taco. I'm not sure how to do that on this one, but maybe I can figure that out. Let's see here. Go to channel. Put user. We can put you in timeout. We can add you as a moderator, a standard moderator. Yep. All right, let me know if that changed it for you. Are you a moderator now? I can't really see it very well. Because I've got like 95 different windows on my thing now. Does it show you as a moderator? What that was. Taco? No, it doesn't. Crap. Hold on. Okay, add as moderator. Standard moderator. Maybe I went too fast. You should have a moderator thing next to your name. Let me see here. Maybe make this a little larger here. And there we go. There we go. Okay, I just had to like maximize the thing. That should be about right now. Yes. Let me know if that changed it for you. Yes, you are in fact a mod. I go to the notification pop up that I'm a mod. Yes. Indeed you are. Yes. Taco is a mod. How cool is that? That's exciting. We've been going for 40 minutes. This thing's, you got a wrench symbol. You're going to fix things, Taco. You got to fix them. Oh, that's good. Let's see here. Looks like we still just got one person. Let's see if I can share this with our good friend Stacy. Let's see here. Under chitty chatty. Copy link. Let's see if I can share this. Yeah, that should do it. I did do another ping in the Discord. Yeah, I noticed that. Thank you very much for that, Taka. Yeah, thank you, Taka. Yeah, hopefully it holds and keeps doing the thing, and we don't have any more issues. We thought about like just buying a new computer. Hey, there's Stacy. YouTube baby. Thought about buying a new computer, thought about a laptop, but in order to stream on OBS and a lot of these fancy things, you got to have a certain type of processor, and it's got to be so good, and blah blah blah. So I kind of got stuck in the weeds with that, and we kind of got tired. Anyways, here we are. So isn't that exciting? So yeah, we've got a basic stream going here today. We're not too fancy right now, but we got it going. And what we're thinking about doing is like simul streaming on TikTok, but like running it through our phone like we have been. So you'd have like a regular stream on TikTok, as it's been, and then you know, if this one were to like turn off again, then we'd still have our stream going, and it wouldn't be the end of the world. Oh, look at this little heart thing down here. You can send out 100s. Hell yeah, brother. Does that help anything? I don't know. Okay. All right. Well, let's throw some cards for Stacy. What is your question, friend? Oh my, did I blow out the thing? I'm not sure. I might have two devices going here with the sound. I can't really tell. Monitor off. General. Okay. Let's do a general here. Sorry about the bumps there. I'll try not to bump it too much. We've just got it. Maybe if I can get this little crank down there, that will help. We try to hang our camera off of the table so it's not, you know, every time I touch the table it doesn't go bonkers. But like I said, we're just kind of getting set up just to see if the software will run and the computer will keep going. It seems like it is though. Okay, got the 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, and the Chariot. Is the shuffling too loud? There's a little bit of a lag. But you know what? It's going to lag. It's just going to be that way. This isn't going to be a super mega tight thing. It's just going to be what it is. Okay. All right. Well, I want you to focus on this Nine of Wands, and I want you to understand that we see you, that we understand that, like, folks will go through things, and you're going through some things, and that's a temporary thing. We see some improvement here as things kind of line up with the Chariot card, some progress, some reason to have some confidence and some hope for the future. You know, rather than focusing on like one negative aspect of what's going on in your life, or maybe even a couple, focusing rather on things that bring you joy. Are you using StreamYard? No, actually using OBS, which, yeah, it's pretty good. I think I might just be a little hot. I'm just getting, like, when I pop, the sound. I'm watching my little equalizer thing go when I get just loud enough. But it doesn't seem to be hitting the red zone, so that's good. But anyway, back to the reading. So, like, if we were to focus on the negatives, that would eat up a lot of our time. And some of these things are just not things that we can immediately change. But instead, we could be missing things with the Page of Pentacles that we could immediately change. You know, so is there a possibility that some concerns that you have that would take a great deal of time to, you know, like chronically heal? You have to talk about that. Okay, yeah. Well, you know our number. To chronically heal or move past, like, you'll take those in due stride, right? But there are things you can focus on in the right here and right now that actually get the ball moving faster, or like your happiness factor increasing, or even just like your material wealth or material well-being here. Could be improving your home, could be or like improving your where you like to hang out in your house. So it might be, like yesterday, for example, we took some time and really worked on our space, really worked on cleaning house and organizing and decluttering and, getting all the cat fur balls out of the corners and the dust off the this and that, and just really cleaning it up. And it does a lot. It does a lot for one's mood and just overall ability to focus. So we could use a little work on that. We could use a little bit of work on like freshening things up, sweeping things out, things like that. King of Pentacles here, I don't think it would take a whole lot of effort, but I think it would have like considerable results. So, even just a little dab of sprucing up the place would help things out, and encourage you to take some steps. Or maybe it's just dressing up, putting on something nice, put on a little makeup, doing your hair or something like that, just to freshen the energies up a little bit here. And The Seven of Wands here would be a likely outcome. This would instill some confidence. This would kind of get the ball rolling and kind of fight off the negative Nancy's that can sometimes wander rent free through our head. So it seems like a little bit of energetic maintenance would be good here. So that's what I'm seeing. Does that resonate with you, Stacy? Does that help? Mm-hmm. Oh, we've got other icons you can use here. You can use a heart one, this one, whatever that's for, and then the 100s. I like the 100s. I think they're good. You really needed this? Awesome, Stacy. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. We had Solaria and Taco join us too, so that's been good to have hang out and see that it's working. That's good. Says it's excellent connection. Like I said, it was just having a little trouble with the bit rate. It recommended that I crank up the bit rate a little bit, but we did that and it seems to be doing very well. And the sound seems to be doing well, so hey. Cool, man. Brooms just walked in. She was resting. She wasn't feeling all that great today, so she just popped up. Are you feeling any better there, Brooms?
I think so.
Excellent. Well, we got Taco and Stacy in the house here on the YouTubes.
Hey guys.
I think I did something right. It's working.
Excellent.
Yeah. So we'll have to make it all purdy and all that stuff, but everything's yeah. Welcome. Cool. Well, should I sign off?
Don't you feel?
Oh, okay. Super. Well, we could set up the TikTok stream and run a TikTok stream concurrent with this one, which might be a good thing to do, and like get cracking on it. And then, of course, people could run over here, or they could hang out on TikTok, whichever one trips their trigger, so to speak. So we might do that. The midnight mini party. Well, we were talking about mini tacos earlier, so yeah. Well, might take a little break and then see about moving things around here, because I got cameras over here and mics over there, and if we're going to do this thing, we'll have to kind of move some things around a little bit. So we might end the stream. The test went good. We got a couple readings in, which was nice. We made Taco a standard mod here, so she can help cut out some of the riffraff that is sure to pop up here. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you after a little bit here, after we get things all sorted out and going on TikTok as well. And we'll see you after a little while. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.